Well, a fine good afternoon, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. Today, I'm in Winooski, Vermont, at St. Stephen's Cemetery, as you can see. As we can see also, it was established in 1898, and I do ask for no urns or artificial flowers be placed here. Now, St. Stephen's Church was established in 1870. It does make me wonder where the early parishioners are buried. Perhaps it's St. Francis Xavier? I don't know. But this cemetery doesn't look that big, so let's take a stroll through it, shall we? Alrighty. And Alright, so the roadway's a little uneven and I wasn't paying attention to where I was walking. So there we go. Now this is on Gorge Road. Now, depending upon what you look at for a map, this comes up as both Colchester or and Winooski, Vermont. So cemetery tends to come up as Winooski, Vermont, but the street itself tends to come up as Colchester. I don't understand the difference on that one, but I'm just reporting what I read. All right. Hopefully this microphone will work because it's quite windy today. And I know my other microphone, which I like quite a bit, doesn't always work well for windy days. All right, so this is the cemetery as we start to stroll. Now, I did look this up online, and all I found was a little bit of material on findagrave.com. But if it hadn't seen the photo for 1898, the sign that said I was just looking at, I would never know it was established in 1898. So there's really no information on the cemetery to speak of. So we'll just look at these folks buried here. Some beautiful stones. Now, St. Stephen Church was known as the Irish Parish. Heap, H-I-E-P. Now, that's an unusual name. And Lane and Everett, and they are both gone now. Detilio. Now, that's a name I recognize. Gas station, I recall. Another Detilio. And there are graves on this side as well. There is, I missed some back here. See, this is the downside of shrubbery. It begins to hide graves. And that's kind of annoying. But we have Joseph Poplawski down here. 1916 to 1917. Gosh darn it, a kid. Well, I mean, at 1 year old. A toddler. And here we have Leonard E. Tatro, September 1, 1917 to June 9, 1999. So, 81 years old. Plenty of real flowers here, that's for sure. Who doesn't love to see that? Thompson, Militia. I'm going to be careful of these markers on the ground here. 1933 to 2016. SN U.S. Navy from Korea. I'm not sure what SN stands for. If anyone knows, you can put in the comments below. Ainsworth Daniels. Pretty young. 31. Bergeron. World War II veteran China, Burma, India. Wow, I have not seen that before. And I've seen a variety of military markers at this point because I've been to several cemeteries. Oops. Wow, that's quite something. This guy was a master sergeant in the U.S. Army, World War II and Korea. 1918 to 1988. So 79 or 80 when he died. I knew someone with this last name so many decades ago. It's almost forever ago now. I don't know if it's the same person though. Interesting though that these military markers, these bronze plaques, are facing the graves. In fact, there's Angelo right there. But this one is facing away. Also, Frank Angelo. Different Angelo, but same family. Tech 5 U.S. Army, World War II. May 3, 1923 to February 12, 2006. BSMPH, Warrior of Merrill's Marauders. Wow. See, you never know. You just never know who's buried in these cemeteries. And that's what I like about cemeteries, besides the fact they're usually just beautiful places to visit. This one is Leopold E. Couture, PFC U.S. Air Force, World War II, 1929-1983. 53, 54. Gosh, so young. Villamere. Now there's a name you see a lot here in Chittenden County anyway. Villamere again. And then I like the saying on this one, together in life, together in eternity. I see over here a couple of children's graves. Ooh, 3 children's graves. Oh, 3 months. 3 months. Clearly I am troubled by children's graves, since I comment frequently on them. This one says, Our Darling, Robert J. Donovan, 1950 to 1952. What does this say? Age, 19 months. And another child's grave. This may not be as obvious to you. Died, let's see, born April 18, 1963. Died May 13, 1966. And another one up here. Our Baby, Ray Martin, February 18, 1942. I have photographed my share of children's graves. Whole sections. If you watch my Resurrection Park, let's see, part 2, I think it's part 2. You'll see near the end a whole bunch of children's graves, all these flat headstones. Not to mention children buried with their families as well. Oh, and more babies up there. Let's continue. So again, where we see a flag, we know a veteran is buried. And this one, what does that say? Oops. That's plastic. That's plastic. Typically, these are metal. Of course, the upside of plastic is, well, it won't rust. Downside of plastic is it's plastic. Okay, so this is Gary C. Cross, and his military marker is right here. And let's see. Master Sergeant U.S. Marine Corps. December 2, 1945 to May 24, 1990. Well, I'm going to guess Vietnam for him. I'm thrilled that this cemetery has had the grass cut, since I've been to several where that has not been the case. Florette. Now that's an old-fashioned name, isn't it now? 1903, 1981. And Charles, 1897, 1989. There's Shumway. That name rings a distant bell. I don't know why, but it does. And what does this say? That's metal. Ladies Auxiliary VFW. Huh. I'm guessing she was either a volunteer who gave every inch of herself, or perhaps she was a higher ranking member. I couldn't really tell you. It's the first time I've seen that kind of marker. Excuse me. Oh, pictures. I always like when there are photographs. How about you? How do you feel about that? Do you like photographs? Do you like to look at photographs too? Jeez Louise. There we go. I like them because I like to see what someone looked like. Though, you have to be careful with how they're put into a monument, into a headstone, to make sure they don't yellow in place, because then it's just lost, right? And where's your marker? Here we go. Alrighty, down here. Well, that's totally unreadable. So, Lafayette L. Saucier, Sergeant U.S. Army, World War II. Well, we know, so December 6, 1915 to November 1, 1987. Did not make it to his birthday. But, still. Alrighty. There are also monuments over here. Reason why I sometimes pause like that is today I'm wearing pants that are, I've forgotten, are a little large, and they keep sliding down. It's embarrassing. Let's walk over here. I'd like to check out some graves over on this side, especially since this side is compact. This is an interesting stone. Let me see. Bishiri? You can correct me in the comments below. For thou art with me. Anything on the other side? Yes. Lewis, 9/8/1917, 7/12/1972, and his wife, Jane Hurley, 4/24/1919 to 2/24/1992. So, with a woman's name, what's really nice about headstones is that they give you her maiden name, which makes it really nice if you're doing any sort of genealogy work or any sort of research, really. Munjan, I have to say, I have seen this name in multiple cemeteries around here. St. Francis Xavier, Resurrection Park, here at St. Stephen. Isn't this fancy? No, isn't that lovely in the center there? I really like that. In fact, let's get a close-up of that, shall we? Edward Bakurjian. It's really nice that they have this hose here and a place and a couple of watering cans, so you can just fill these up and go and water the flowers that are at your family's grave or friend's grave. Really like this. This is quite nice. I see stuff like this in quite a few cemeteries. I know in Greenmount Cemetery in Burlington, Vermont, that cemetery has these stations, but apparently not a one of them works. Yeah, I'll just give it a heavy sigh. I think that sums it up pretty well. Alrighty, another veteran over here. What's nice is this plaque is actually on the headstone, and this one says Edward W. Bolwin, Sergeant, U.S. Air Force, Korea, December 15, 1929 to October 30, 2003. So, what does this thing say? Is this plastic? Yep, plastic. Oh, so tacky. You can put in the comments below if you think